Hey guys, welcome to Follow a Sketch February for day number 2. Now I'm not exactly sure what happened to my voiceover for this intro to the video, so I am doing it right now. Usually I do that live and then voiceover later, but did not do it for whatever reason. So this is Layout Blueprints, which is a magazine from 2006, and I'm using this sketch right here, so it's a double pager. And I loved this sketchbook when I got it way back when. Like, it just made me happy. So I'm giving you a couple shots of the things I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and use another one of these Sugar Plum 8x10 art prints. And that one that I just pointed to, there's actually a video last week that I used that one in. So the only thing I'm doing is matting this big December 25th on this red paper, and that's just because I wanted it a little bit of contrast and I wanted a little pop of color. Now that second half of the sketch just shows a large 8x10 photo, and I am going to embellish it just ever so slightly, not a whole lot. This 2-page spread is not going to have a wicked amount of embellishment on it. It's just going to kind of be the layout and the photos, and that's about it. So I decide to put a strip of paper practically across the page. What I'm going to do is do another 4-inch strip of paper on the first page, and that way there will be continuity across both pages. Even though I'm using the same background paper for both pages, I just want that little teeny extra bit of continuity with the strip of paper. So I go ahead and place that down, and that's just a photo of the Christmas tree with all of the gifts in front of it. And then there is that layout sketchbook again. I'm flipping through my Christmas embellishments just to see what I want to do on this page, because I do want something a little bit more than what is currently on there. But I'm not exactly sure what. So I pull out my, oh, what are these? I just blanked. Completely blanked. It's Merry and Bright. Fancy Pants. I pulled out the Fancy Pants Merry and Bright ephemera and tags that I have, and I'm just trying to figure out what I want where. And I'm just going through every little bit. So I know I want to put this acetate snowflake there, and I'm going to put that in with a tiny brad. I could have also used a tiny enamel dot on it, but I don't want to put the adhesive on the acetate, so it's just going there. And I'm really struggling to find a lot of embellishments that I want to do to this page, because I really just like it kind of plain in what it is. I think like the December 25th and the Christmas tree, just that's it. Like, that's the story, guys. Hello. Here it is. But you know, I do put a few more things on. I do get that Season's Greetings little banner on there, and I'm happy with that. It's always good to be happy with what you've got going on, right? I decided to put it here at the bottom of the photo just to ground the photo a little bit. And then I pull out the little teeny brads. Now these are from Recollections at Michael's, and I love how teeny these are. These are like the teeny enamel dot size brads. And I usually get them in white and black. And when I'm running low on the white and the black enamel dots, I pull out these brads. And that just puts it on there, on that large D right there, exactly right. I went ahead and just used some ATG on that acetate piece right there. Oh, that was a glass of wine. We were scrapping Christmas and drinking wine and having a grand old evening. So now what I'm doing is cutting off another 4-inch strip of that paper, because as you can see, I'm having it match up and grow across the entire page. And I just line it up so that when the pages are right next to each other, there's one big line of this, and it's continuous across the entire page. So I get the second page out of the way, and then I bring in the photos. And I'm just trying to figure out which photos I want where, because I want to make sure that all 5 of us are on this page. So the one large photo with my son has my daughter in the background, I believe. I think I switch it up. Now I do have to trim them down because they're a little bit large for kind of the sketch that's going on. I actually believe the sketch, oh, excuse me. Goodness, I actually believe the sketch is an 8.5 by 11 sketch, but I made it into a 12 by 12. I'd have to pull out my book again just to check. Okay. Now I'm thinking it needs something. I need to bring this red in since I brought it over on the second page. So I decide to mat all of the photos with that red paper. And I'm just spacing them out so that I have plenty of room to cut a nice border around them. And I almost cut wrong, if you could see that. Almost did that a little bit wrong and nipped them off. Now this fourth photo that's going to go on this page is not going to be done in the red outline. I want it to be a little bit different. So we get these lined up. And it was interesting going back to a sketch from 2006 because there was not, if you look at sketches now and some sketches back then, they're less, I would say, detailed. Like, it's interesting. I actually think I might pull out some sketches. I used to do sketches, years ago. I might see if I can find any on my computer if I still have them and try to do a page with them because they're definitely more like this, non-layered, non-embellished sketches. But like I said, I'm okay with my layouts having all different styles and different products through them throughout my albums. I actually prefer that because I have some mixed media, I have some minimal, I have some pocket pages. I like a big variety throughout my album. I'm just trying to figure out what else can go here because I feel like I have that little bit of an awkward space right there. Oh, my husband was playing music out in the other room and there I go. I even got into it with the ATG. Oh, goodness. I probably should have cut that out, but lazy me didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about cutting things out. So I'm not even sure which song it was, but he was rocking out and I was down with it. So here I am. I'm thinking that this little gift and label is going to cover up that little bit of an awkward gap where the photos overlap each other. But no, that's actually going to come off. I like the poinsettia flower better. I feel like it is much more in line with the color scheme because that present brings in like a dark element that isn't over on the other side of the page. And I definitely want my 2-page spread to look like a 2-page spread. I'm thinking about bringing in another little acetate piece. I can't find a good spot for it, so it goes back into the pile of fancy pants embellishments. And I'm just like, there's got to be something. It feels awkward, it feels weird. So I'm like, well, you know what? Let me just get my title on the page here and we'll see what we can do. So I'm thinking about Merry Christmas at first, and then I'm like, nope, we're just going to put that S back, and I'm going to actually call this 2016 because I have December 25th way over here on this side. And then there's no 2016, so I just go ahead and figure that the 2016 should go on the left-hand side of the page. It does take me a minute to figure that out. I just make sure I have all the letters and numbers that I need. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay those down. I really love these gold foil thickers. I got them in a citrus twist kit, and they just keep on going. I've done tons and tons of layouts with them. So that's exciting. What happens though usually with thickers is I end up using a great amount of the letters. I get all the titles I can possibly get out of them. I hold on to them for way too long, eventually tossing them. And I always have a bunch of numbers. So I've been making a conscious effort to use the numbers on my thickers lately, because I don't want to just have all these numbers just like roaming around my scrapbook room, you know? So we just do Merry 2016, and then I pull out these stickers from My Mind's Eye, and they are also from the Sugar Plum collection, and I believe they're like, the purpose of them are supposed to be for gift boxes, but I decide, you know what, it doesn't matter. We're not putting gift boxes on here. I'm not putting these stickers on boxes. These beauties are going onto my scrapbook layouts. Now, I do cover up that little glittery thing on this, what is that? I'm just sitting here talking about on this sticker, but I do decide to move it over because I like the little glittery bits. I mean, honestly, I love the little glittery bits. I'm thinking about if I need something overlapping the photo a little bit, like what's going to go there, if I'm going to, thinking about putting some stickers over it, and it just doesn't work for me. But I do find this little tab that has the same kind of snowflake print on it that 4-inch strip of paper has on it. I just get it positioned, and then I realize that the letter stickers are not going to work. I don't even remember what I was thinking about spelling. What I do find is a little word sticker, and I just cut off the edge and place it down so that you don't see any of the white box underneath of it. And then I believe that's going to do it for this 2-page spread. Yeah, that's not going to go there. That either. I'm like, okay, I'm done. This is going to be a minimal page. So here it is, guys. Thanks for joining me for Follow a Sketch February on day number 2. And I promise I'll be finished with these Christmas photos soon, so we won't have to be looking at them in February.